Hello everybody and welcome back to a bit of a mystery. I seem to have two worlds, but there's only one, and I don't know what that means. I thought I'd have a quick blast with the server. Seeing as we've now obviously got a delay on Alpha 18. Technically shouldn't call it a delay, they didn't promise anything, but we know it's not coming until at the very earliest October the 4th. So I thought, well, we've done the vanilla single player playthrough. We know how it performs. We had a good 100 hours. How does the server side perform with Blue Fang? So I think Jeff's Jeffed it, but they both seem to have the same IP address. So I'm going to try and connect to this. It should still be the same password as what I set. But the problem is what happens if they have set two servers up and I join this one and then I get in touch and say, by the way, you do know you do know you've got two servers, and they delete one and they delete the one I'm playing on. So I've got no idea what to do now, but we'll see what happens. Good morning, Daxos. Good morning, Shades. Good morning, Valiant. Good morning, Allison. I swear I'm cursed with gaming right now. Nothing ever works out quite 100%. I was really hoping to get back onto World of Warcraft last night to see if I could have a chat, see if anyone could actually spend any time with me on there today. I've come to the conclusion that, as I said all along, I cannot play World of Warcraft alone. I just can't. I don't mind doing some fishing and some mining and some blacksmithing on my own. But even level, I'd rather go and level with somebody that was like 10 levels below me and help them out than play World of Warcraft on my own. And not because the game is bad any other way. It's just, I can't play an MMO on my own. I've never been able to. It's something I just can't do. It's Mr. Mojo. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I can't dance, bro. I can't dance for you. I'll do a cursor with you.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark.
Good morning, Mojo. Good morning. Good morning, Map of SD. Good morning, Prophet. Yes, 4th of October. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not guaranteed though, mate. I mean, I suppose it's because some of the dev team apparently go to TwitchCon. There's clearly more going on than we realised. Is that snowy? Does that look like a snowy biome to you? Oh my god, this looks like a snowy biome. Oh no. Oh no, Grum. Not again, bro. Not again. So hang on, should we just have... I'll tell you what, shall we... Let me test the theory, right? Let me just exit. And let's join a game. Oh no, it is. There's only one there, look. So connect to that. Alright, okay. Well, I just thought, I wondered if like maybe they changed the way it works at Blue Fang. So for example, they would have set up a vanilla world and then I would have changed the world name. So maybe I was thinking perhaps we've got two active worlds on that same IP, which would make no sense at all. I just thought we'd better check it. Isn't that weird? That is actually kind of strange. I can't believe we're back in a snow biome. I started in a snow biome last time, didn't I? Oh man. Oh man. Not like this, Grimmy. Not like this. Right, okay, let's get some basics. Seems to be playing okay at the minute. I suppose we haven't really gone very far, but actually there's no point in looting loads of stuff, is there? Because we'll just get weighed down. We've got some stones. Let's go and get some sticks. Gather plant fibers and gather some sticks, right? Let's see how this all goes. Good morning, by the way, Mr. Mojo. I hope all is well, sir. I hope your Azeruthian travel. What the hell? I can't punch grass all of a sudden. Good morning, Noblet. How you doing? Welcome to the Discord, Noblet. Nice to see you over there, bro. How's your warrior going? How are you finding it, sir? Good morning, Alison. That was easy. Pixie joined the guild last night. No. Has Pixie joined World of Warcraft? What, on our server? You kidding me? Is she really? I thought she was playing on... oh, God, I can't remember which one she was on there. Because they were originally Firemore, weren't they? Oh, how come, dude? Is that because Ravanius is playing Greedful? So, I know he's really really enjoying that, isn't he? I must admit, Greedful looks really good fun. I will definitely be picking that up at some point. I've got a friend who's actually been playing it, as well as obviously James is playing it. Or maybe James has finished it these days. But there's a couple of people, therefore, that I've got, I can ask some questions about in terms of how patches and general evolution of gameplay in terms of, general technical prowess move forward. Can't believe we're in a snow biome again. I'm cursed, mate. I'm cursed. You're right, Scouter. Yeah, and this is on a server as well, so if anybody wants to join me, feel free. Just do the normal thing, pop it up in Discord, and you're more than welcome, because I was quite happy playing World of Warcraft until Alpha 18 dropped. And then we obviously got the news yesterday that Alpha 18 is not going to be at least until October the 4th, which is a jolly good 2 weeks away. And the only thing that I can think of that I haven't done, and I've never done it in Alpha 17, if you think about it, as far as I'm aware, unless anyone can correct me, I have never played on a server in Alpha 17. Well, for those of you that tested it with me, then yes, I have temporarily. There were things that I really didn't like about it. That just... What happened there? Picked it up again. That's weird. I don't know why that's doing that. Craft a stone axe. So, toolstone axe and craft. She's actually joined us on the server. That was supposed to be a secret, Mojo. Alright. You done boffed it, Mojo. Oh, that's fantastic. I really look forward to playing with Pixie on that. And Ravania's going to join us as well. That'd be really nice to get to play with. I don't think I've ever played a game really for long with Pixie. Craft plant fiber pants. We played a little bit of Ark. But unfortunately... That was the case, I think that was when Alpha 17 dropped, wasn't it? So we never got a chance to carry. I think Z was on that server with us as well, wasn't she? I'm sure she joined us momentarily. But like I said, we were only there for about 3 days, weren't we? Until... How many days respite do I get from the freezing temperatures? How are you doing, Arson? How you think? Good morning, Balrain. How are you, sir? You're very tired. 4 hours of sleep after spending 6+ hours to tame your new pet. Oh, what did you get, dude? Have you got one of the rarer ones, have you? Good. It's nice doing that, though, Mojo. It's it gives a wonderful sense of sort of bonding with the pet. If you kind of just walk up to one and it just happens to be there and there's no one else there trying to grab it, blah 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 blah. It's not quite the same, dude. So as much as I'm sure you're tired, I guess once that all goes, the foggy mist of sleep deprivation slips away, you'll be able to think, you know what, this pet means something now, mate. This pet means something important. It's part of my character, part of my journey in World of Warcraft. Okay, look at that jolly nice thwacker club, beautiful. You uninstalled 7 days to die. It just stopped being fun for me, even with friends. Well, there you go. Don't play it then, dude. Wait for Alpha 18 or just don't play it. We need to work. Who we got to work on? Chaos! How you doing? Good morning, good morning. What are you having for breakfast, Barry? What you got going on there, dude? Wooden boat. Craft stone arrows. We'll craft a couple of... We'll wait until... Oh, no. We can do that. I think what we'll do is we'll drop that in kind of static. We'll go for that there. Let's go and grab ourselves a couple of stones. Oh, the lion. Oh, is that the Oh god, I remember getting that. Is that the Baron's one, Mojo? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's a really nice pooch that is, mate. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Sort of black and grey almost. That Baron's tame. Yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice one, dude. Well done, dude. Well done, well done. Right, craft some wooden frames. Let's go in here. Craft some wooden frames. Let's not go crazy. Just make a few. You're right, David. How you doing? He killed me twice during the game, and I thought he'd got me a third time, as I only had a slither of health left. Yeah, the Barons. Yeah, I think I know which one you mean, dude. That's actually something I do. I enjoyed my hunter. You know, I think one of the joys of playing a hunter was trying to, you know, play a hunter nicely. They just had such a bad. Oh my god! Look at that boar right there. Is 10 arrows going to be enough to kill it? Probably not at this level, but we're going to die horribly here. Oh no, it didn't zoom in. God damn it. Holy balls, that was lucky. Nice beginning find, dude. Recipes, bone, and craft. That down there. What's that, guys? You went into work, got sent home. Apparently, I looked like death. Lack of sleep didn't help. Oh, you having a day resting up, Chaos? Yeah, if you're not feeling well, you look after yourself, fella. Lots and lots of water, sir. Lots and lots of liquids, and a couple of multivitamins, and a little glass of chilled Lucozade. You'll be, and maybe some tomato soup with a little bit of basil and a little bit of bread. Ooh, that sounds nice. When can I come over? I know you're feeling poorly, but if you can rustle that up, mate, I'll be over in half an hour. Craft a campfire. Quite like the sound of that, Chaos. And then you'll be feeling better by lunch. We'll nip over to the pub, mate. We'll come. Oh, we'll take some paper with us as well, and we'll come up with a strategy for the guild. Ooh, I'm quite liking the sound of this, sir. Alright, build a campfire. It's all done. Good job, Survivor. Right, let's see where this damn trader is then. Not that far away. Should we try and have a rummage over that way? And see. Oh, how are we doing on stones? Let's get some stones as we go then. It's very bright. It's a very bright, snowy, sunny day look. You're going to see if you can take half a day today. Yeah, if you're not... Well, if you've been up half the night, mate, you're probably no use to anyone anyway, are you? Book a little cheeky half day. Get yourself recuperated, then jump on WoW later. You sent Elegon 60 wool so we can make pixies some bags. Yeah, I've got some silk I can send. I sent some... I think I sent a bolt of cloth over. And then just like a little stack of silk, I think, the other day. I've not looked at what we looted yesterday. I've got some stuff to send to fakes in the guild, but I didn't get a chance after. I logged out with Chaos. Unfortunately, I've actually logged out literally where we ended the stream yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to Hearthstone out. I'm a bit annoyed, actually. That's a whole ton of wasted experience points. That's all right. I'll come to you, mate. You stay there. I'll bring it all down, mate. I'll bring some nice Heinz tomato soup, bit of fresh basil from Tesco's. That looks like a desert biome over there. So it looks like we've got a nice little green biome, a desert biome. What you been playing, Balrain? You been up to anything, dude? I was kind of thinking, I wonder if, just if maybe we'll get a lovely little helmet out of that. A little cheeky mining helmet. You right, Salmaya? How you doing? You love the smell of a fresh start. I must admit, it is one of the defining things of this game, isn't it? It's I think as soon as I start getting a large amount of irradiated ferals and whites, I start thinking, yeah, it's time to start again. It's that's not the fun part of the game, really, is it? Has anyone watched Joel's latest video? He showcases a bit more of the almanac sort of elements. I mean, you know, you're always going to get the truth with me. I think the names of the skills are absolutely farcical. I mean, like literally borderline, just pathetic. For things like agility and all the rest of it. I mean, it really is amateur hour. It goes to show how little they kind of have a focus on moving that area of the game forwards right now. You can tell it's a work in progress, can't you? Failure! Thank you for the 3, my friend. New sub badge today as well, bro. Thank you very, very much, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I genuinely feel that at the minute, a lot of what they're working on is placeholder stuff. You know, refine it, tweak it, play about with it, cause chaos with it, and then once we've settled on something, we'll go over it with a fresh coat of paint. But the almanac stuff actually looks quite interesting. That is something that I am very much looking forward to. It's a lot more than just a reintroduction of a book system. So I think they might be onto something there. You know, we were talking. I swear to God, this community. You know, we were talking about playing like Roland. I think I'd mentioned how much I enjoyed that playthrough where I used to carry a turret with me, and we used to go to a POI, and we would. Oh my God, is that a? Oh jeez, I thought she was running at me then. Yeah, we used to place a turret outside of a POI and put a generator down, wire it up, and sort of wake the zombies up and watch the turret shred them as they came out the door. And obviously, we'd sort of help out. They've added a junk turret, and I was describing it to someone in chat who'd asked, you know, what that was all about, and I think Sadie or somebody else had mentioned it, and I described it as playing a little bit. I think it was Roland from Borderlands, and how it kind of gave that kind of. That little extra something to the game. You know, it was a really interesting playthrough because although it was finicky and fiddly and a bit weird and sort of round peg, square holes, the sort of implementation of it, you know, you had to put it down, you had to fuel it, you had to put, you know, obviously put the engine in it, you know, wire it all up, blah, 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 put the ammo into the bloody thing, make sure it was pointing in the right direction. I mean, it was a bit of a tricky sort of way to play, but it was fun. It was fun. But I think they've added something called a junk turret. And I think that's exactly what we've just been describing. It'll just be easier to set up. I swear that's what he's talking about. I don't think it's either not been implemented and he's sort of like hinting that you know, they're still working on it. Because he said it's quite interesting because in the video he said he hadn't got a junk turret to show us. That he'd lost it. And then lo and behold, he happens to look in a box and there's a junk turret there. I thought, oh, that's not quite adding up then, is it, mate? So either it's not been properly implemented to the point where he wants to show it off, but it is literally what we were talking about. I mean, it's gotta be. I mean, I'll eat my own hat if that's not what we said. Literally, what, like 2 weeks ago we were talking about it? Right, anyway, where are we? We need to find a little... I mean, actually, weirdly enough, there is a little house there. Look. And that gives us, look, we've got desert, wasteland, forest and snow. It's just that the POI is a cabin. If that had been like a nice... Oh my God, if that had been a nice little... what's it? That would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Jesus, we're killing them, man. Getting the meat early on. Where are you? Same as everybody, it seems. LeMayo back to old love. So I'm going to assume, although that was a rather cryptic answer to a very simple question, that you are playing 7 Days to Die then. Thank you very much, Failure. Thank you for the 3, sir. And congrats on the new sub badge as well. I am alright, dude. What about you, fella? How are you? I mean, I can actually see myself living there. Never lived in a place like that before. Let's go in and see what. Oh, hang on. Have we got any? I think I've just woke up a load, and I have a horrible feeling there might be vultures in there. Let's see how we get on. I'm quite interested to see how the server plays compared to the single player. It's one of those very few games that has what I can only describe as completely and utterly erratic CPU behavior. And the reason it's erratic is that high CPU usage doesn't necessarily mean that anything bad happens. It's just weird. It just has spikes for no apparent reason, and your frame rate won't even skip a beat. But then at other times, your CPU won't be really working particularly hard, you know, on any core or thread, and all of a sudden you'll get frame rate drops. And I always found that server play, sometimes, especially in some areas, just played a lot better. It just played a lot smoother. Generally, I had a more generally consistent bottom and top end frame rate. Obviously not as good, but there was less fluctuation playing on a server. So that'd be very interesting to see if they've made any changes essentially to the netcode, let alone the base game. We'll see, won't we? Thank you very much, Failure. Thank you, thank you. Indeed, Grub, still love it. My mood is a bit up and down the last week or so, but I'm lurking with you at all times. Oh, well, it's nice. Thank you for coming and saying hello this morning, mate. I hope you have a better week this week. Always around on Discord for a natter if you want, Sol. Can't say we can put the world to rights, but we can at least vent and scream at the world together. Good morning, Scouter. Good morning, Gaz. Junk turrets are real. Just one button to set up and watch it go to town. I tell you what, guys, you need to get me on that freaking 7 days team, mate. I'm telling you. I mean, you're fucking poaching all the ideas anyway. You might as well. I'm just not going to talk anymore, mate. I'm just going to make my own mod. Sell it. How you doing, guys? It's nice to see you, bro. Are you one of the guys that goes to TwitchCon, guys? I know a lot of people were sort of like really. I mean, I have been very clear to say, guys, hoping to. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of fucking zombies, mate. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, I'm bleeding. I haven't got anything to stop the bleed. I forgot about that. I've got nothing, have I? Oh, gutted. I don't think I've got anything. You can't make bandages out of this stuff, can you? That was a novice mistake, mate. I could have got some from the back of this as well. That's my silly mistake there, isn't it? Make a couple of bandages. Can't believe I forgot to do that. It's not. There wasn't even anything niggling me. Normally, I make a mistake like that, and I'm sitting there thinking, "God damn it! I knew there was something I hadn't done. I didn't even think about bandages for some reason. I can actually make healing bandages as well if we get a little bit more of this, can't we? LA cream. Woo! That's a good start. Oh, hang on. You need to learn how to make those, though, don't you? I think. These POIs are brutal early on, aren't they? That's a lot of zombies, mate. What, it looks like one's a biker as well, dude. Should be alright. How many arrows we got? We're down to 2 arrows, but hopefully I can pick a few back up. Oh no, come on. Oh Jesus, I've got to be careful. I'm going to die on day 1. Get a bit lazy, ain't we? I could feel myself getting lazy on the last playthrough near the end, to be honest. Can I make healing bandages at this point? Let me just drop down here a sec. I can almost take. Do you not start with the paracetamol? You start with 1 healing bandage, don't you? That took a lot of arrows, man. That took a lot of arrows. Oh look, there's another bloody. What's it down there? Oh, I can't really risk it, can I, with this thing? It's just not going to work. Ooh, I could do with a little box just to throw some stuff in. How close are these zombies? Let's throw some junk in there and there. So we're not encumbered at least. We got 3 arrows. Can I make any more? I need some rocks. Let's just sort of grab some rocks as we meander around a little. I should have tried to take on a big POI so early. That's me just getting overconfident, isn't it? Not sure if it will respawn. That's the trouble. And you can mod it as well. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And presumably it will keep the mods without you having to like remod it each time you place it as well then, Gaz, yeah? Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. Stone arrows. Throw that in there. Be an interesting place to set up shop this if we can actually get in there. How good are these clubs? Just give me an idea. I mean, oh gosh, they're actually really good, aren't they? Oh my god, am I standing on her? Holy shit balls! What do you reckon? How many shots for a club? Because I just don't play melee, so I really have no idea. It's the way you can stun them, though, isn't it? Maybe should I have a melee playthrough? That will last all of 1 day. 1 day. I mean, no. Forget it. It was a nice idea. Especially, I suppose in theory that would have been a better idea on the other one as opposed to on a server, wouldn't it? I should imagine melee on a server is a little bit more risque, I would have thought. You still get a 2 times damage bonus even at base level then, yeah? Surface stealth. The range is actually a lot more than I thought, you know. No wonder I was getting hit. I didn't realise what the range was on that. That's madness. Be interesting to see if the spear does actually have any additional range. I don't think it does, though. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I was... I completely forgot about the... again, it's weird, isn't it? Because I normally put the torch here, the bandage here, the bow there, and obviously everything else. I don't know, I just don't seem to be playing my normal kind of... the way I would normally play, do I? Can you actually make bandages? You need to learn that, do you? Okay. That's a terrible start, though, isn't it? That is a terrible start. Although that is a really good start. And that is actually not a bad start either, because we've got a few rounds for it. So if we set up shop here just for the evening, maybe. How many arrows have we got? 11. Yeah, why not? We'll set up here, and then we can have a little roam around, can't we? Get some basic crafting, get a bed down. Get a little bit of the old basic food cooked up, and we should be good to go, right? Problem is, I can't pause it to catch with chat. That's the only sad thing. Oh, you're not going to TwitchCon, no? Yeah. So I guess some of the team they do, presumably do, from what was said in Discord, though. I mean, it makes sense to avoid a release while everyone's partying at TwitchCon. I mean, I can't say I blame you all at all, mate. Makes sense. It'll happen when it happens, when it goes at the end of the day, mate. Storage. I saw Joel's comment, and I did chuckle. I posted it in Discord, actually. There was somebody on... is there a hatch to get out of here, up in the roof? There isn't, is there? Let's just throw everything in there for now. Just really quickly. Let's restart. I really wish I could pause it. I'd like to catch up. When's Alpha 18 out? So October the 4th we're looking at, Wookie, at the minute. We're hoping, anyway. There's nothing waking you up like making bandages in panic running away mode better than coffee, yeah. So basically Alpha 20 has already been mentioned. So that's actually not even a piss take. So somebody in the YouTube comments asked, this was Joel's latest video, asked the question of, are NPCs still being worked on? And the answer to that by Joel, or at least the 7 days response to it, so the 7 days, whoever manages that YouTube channel, they did actually say it is being worked on, but it's not expected to reach us until Alpha 20. So apparently Alpha 20 is most definitely a thing. Or at least according to the devs, unless the devs like to troll us, which, let's be honest, they clearly do. So yeah, you know, you've got this is going to be a nightmare place to live. We won't be able to live here for long, but let's go and get some stones and some arrows and things. We've got a little bit, because I've already lost a bit of health today, haven't I? Oh gosh. Oh, did I bring? Oh, I didn't bring the damn what's it, did I? God. Make another one. Did I get one? There we go. Yeah, hatch elevators. Why not, Looney? So we could put some hatch elevators around the back. Yeah, I like the sound of that, dude. Why not? Let's do it, dude. Is it better to punch with or without that? I actually have no idea. I really don't. Stamina-wise. Well, it's been a mystery to me. Well, I don't think they'll skip Alpha 19, no. But it'd be very interesting to see how Alpha 18... I mean, I have to say, I am very intrigued by the Almanac side of it. It looks like something that lends quite a lot of diversity to individual characters. In fact, it actually kind of resolves one of the biggest arguments I had with the Fun Pimps, which was that they claimed that the new skill system added character build diversity, and I adamantly refuse to agree with that. It simply pigeonholes you very, very quickly into a particular set of skills with very little diversity. Because whereas before we could gain skills by learn by doing, we were now having to essentially become good by allocating skill points. So their argument was utterly, well, bullshit, quite frankly. However, the introduction of the new Almanac system, with I think is it up to 10 variants or 8 variants per style? That is going to add some interesting diversity to builds, because you're not going to know what you're getting. It's you could almost find yourself... It's kind of like the way I see it. It's a little bit like that Skyrim playthrough, where you start with every intention of not playing a stealth archer. You're adamant you're not playing a stealth archer, and you create your melee warrior, and then literally it's sort of like 2 hours into the game, you find that gorgeous bow. You just find that beautiful bow. That bow that is just like, just going to wreck stuff, mate. And you become an archer. And, another playthrough, you'll do the exact opposite. You'll have every intention of playing a stealth archer. And you'll suddenly find, that one magical item, or that one-handed weapon, or shield that just goes, my god, that actually is really, really nice. And I'm obviously talking about a modded Skyrim, with more variety of loot that probably doesn't hold particularly true to vanilla Skyrim. But and all of a sudden you're off, your stealth archer's been scrapped, and you're off making some sort of paladin-esque melee warrior with healing capabilities. And I like that. I like the way the game sometimes can lead you into something you weren't expecting because of a drop. And I almost feel like that's something the Fun Pimps might have... I'm not going to give them too much credit. I've not seen it working yet. But it could be an interesting new dynamic in the way we play the game. I could have no intentions whatsoever of going melee. And I might just suddenly find a bunch of almanacs that make, but for whatever reason... That almost looks like a trader. Is it? It is a trader. Holy shit. Oh, hang on. Is that not... That's not the edge of the map, is it? Oh, I hope it bloody isn't. It's alright, I thought I was about to get irradiated or something then. You can go through the door. I didn't actually know that. When is Alpha 20 coming to consoles? Well, wasn't there a little bit of movement on that, Gaz? Wasn't there a little flurry of...
Feel free to look
He looks
around.
cool. He looks really cool. You can actually see where they've got the same issue with the neck scene. Every bloody game I play. Can I see your inventory? Do you have any jobs? Well, do you have any jobs? Tier 1 buried, fetch. Do a fetch quest.
It's rare to find honor.
Can I see your inventory? Oh shit, is he actually
There's
outside?
always Shamway up the road. You can try looting.
A Shamway up the road? Is he for real? Is there really a Shamway just up the road, or is he just making that up? You alright, Kelgar? How you doing, sir? Yeah, apparently you got the Black Lion from the Baron's Chaos, yeah. Nice that, mate. Really nice peach. Very nice peach. Let's go and drop some stuff off. How are we doing for... Right, we need to get a load of stone, really, don't we? Stone. I can't believe my health is so low already. Yeah, because I need to make a campfire for this evening as well. Stamina's going to get wrecked, bro. Seems to be a lot of fake particle effects right now. This is RWG Critout, and it is a server as well. So, like I said, if anyone wants to join me, just let me know. Oh, you were waiting with him, were you, Chaos? I can't remember that when I got that. I just knew that as soon as he said he got the I think Major described it as the black liner. I instantly remembered the Baron's weight. I was saying, Chaos, it actually makes it creates a bond with you and your pet when it's, you know, so sometimes you're just really lucky, aren't you? And everything goes really well, and, you know, a couple of people helping you out, and before you know it, you know, you've got your new pet, blah, 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 but he'll never forget that now. Did I just scrap that? I think I just scrapped that. You knobber. You bloody knobber, mate. You're right, so who did I just miss there? Mad Cat, how are you, Mad Cat? How's things? Can you imagine the rioting in the street, lunatic? Straight from Alpha 18 into Alpha 20. I actually did manage to get onto the forums just for about, I don't know, about 10 minutes yesterday. God, people do talk some bollocks over there, I tell you. They really do. So I tell you what. I'd stay away from that place. I really would. It's just bizarre. I just don't get it. It doesn't help the argument for those of us that genuinely feel, you know, there are things that could be done to improve the game when there's people just spouting nonsense. It just dilutes the creativity of those people that actually play the game, you know. Makes a lovely noise, that. Have you seen the new mining system? That's a really nice noise. I don't remember the noise being like that. Maybe I'm just... Oh, I know what it is. It's because I've got my headset all fancy pants today. So I tried to watch some Netflix yesterday, so I had to change my my audio profile. I just suddenly realised it all sounds very crisp and clear. Right, grab that. Oh, hang on, sorry, that's not right, is it? Scrap that, drop that in there, and repair that. Right, and what are we going to do to hide in here today? It's Mr. Elegon. How you doing, Mr. Elegon? We should give you a jolly swagger left and right, sir. You didn't actually piss in a Dr. Pepper bottle while waiting for an animal to be tamed, did you? Oh my god, dude. That is evidence of an addiction of which I have no desire to return to. Oh, hang on. That's the bat phone. Let me just get this, folks. I'm back. Were these actually loaded? They sort of are, but I don't actually have any ammo with me. Yeah, I can't be taking both of those. That's just stupid, isn't it? We'll take a shotgun shell. Has it got 8 in it? Yes, it has. Well, in fact, I'll tell you what. Let's just scrap that then. Good morning, Mr. Elegon. How are you, sir? How's life treating you, bro? You been doing any more wowing? I hear Pixie joined us yesterday. I'm not sure if Ravanius has as well, but that's nice to see. Resistance is futile, as they say, right? You're right, Shades. You've got to request sandstone assets for the game. Can't build a proper Pharaoh's tomb without it. is that your big focus, is it, mate? Yeah, I'm sure. Surely there's some things you can paint, right? There's got to be a paint texture, right? That will add a sort of sandy or whatever. I mean, surely there's something in the paint deco crate. So So you're going over your speech for the last time. About 200 people expected for tonight. So what is this speech then, Mojo? Sorry, Mojo. Sorry, I saw you say Mojo. Who is it a speech to and about then, Elegant? Yeah, the new mining system, Lunatic, is really straightforward. I don't know if they still have the surface rocks. I'm going to assume these are absolutely 100% still here, but to be honest, I wasn't paying that much attention. But you'll be wandering along, and you'll come along here, and you'll suddenly find something that really sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm going to be honest, the asset is a little bit, well, it doesn't quite suit the game, but yeah, who cares? We'll get over it. You'll see this like very nodular, metallic sort of stone. You know, probably about the size of a block. But actually kind of, you know, sitting up out of the ground. And it, for example, will be lead. And it won't look like lead as you know it now. It will look like quite a glistening sort of, very angular. So not round, very angular and sharp kind of structure. And basically you will destroy that and it will give you lead. But then immediately underneath it will be an entire lead node. And you can find two nodes in close proximity. So, for example, I might find a lead node here. And I might find a nitrate node here. And if I dig down there, I'll get nitrate. And if I dig down there, I'll get some lead. Now, what we don't know is how big those pockets are. That is something I have no idea about. Because Joel hasn't really given us... you know, he doesn't need it at the current point of his playthrough. But do I like it? It's a hard one to sort of comment on without, again, knowing how big the nodes are. The only downside is if the nodes are massive, and we're talking like cavernous like they currently are, the only downside that I can foresee is that, well, I can't really foresee anything other than the fact it's going to take the... At the minute, it can be really hard to find a good node. I mean, we spent 12 hours, mate, trying to find nitrate. I mean, whether or not that is purely because, I mean, we got to be honest, we don't know why that was. We don't know whether it was bad luck. We don't know whether it's because the A17.4 WG mixer was absolutely, you know, just irrevocably broken. Or whether or not it's because it actually just works like that in Alpha 17. We'll maybe find out on this server playthrough. But without a shadow of a doubt, just going to knock these. Let's do that one. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, there was something. See, I don't mind that, and this is what I've always said. See, I don't mind that. I don't mind having to work hard to find something that actually is quite OP in the sense that. Oh, what don't I have? Cloth. Oh, sugar. Got a load in there, right? Or do I make it all? Oh, balls! I need to go and get a bit of cloth, don't I? Well, we've got a torch. We'll use a torch tonight. So let's make some. We've obviously not dinged a level yet, have we? Level 2. 5 points to spend. Bacon and eggs presumably is going to require a cooking pot, isn't it? So for now, shall we pop a couple of points in... Well, let's pop a point in pack mule to start with. And let's get a campfire made. So yeah, like I said, I don't mind spending a long time looking for something that really is quite endgame. That's the ability to manufacture ammunition. The thing is, a new player's not, and that's why I always say I don't look at it from my point of view. I'm always looking at it really from the new player's point of view. It's no new player's going to want to spend 12 hours, mate, looking for a bloody nitrate pocket to make ammo. It's never going to happen. They'll walk away from the game. You know, if that's their first experience, you know, they're not spending time on the forums. They, you know, not a big Steam forum addict or a 7 Days forum addict or a Twitter addict. They're going to, you know, where does this nitrate even exist? And after 60 minutes, they'll be long gone, mate. They'll be playing another game. So I think for many people, it's going to be seen as an oversimplification. I personally see it as probably, you know, let's just hope they're not cavernous. Let's just hope you find one lead node and you find 60,000 lead. That's going to kind of kill it. I should imagine what they've done is they've made much smaller pockets. So you'll have to travel further and further on a server or even in a single player game to get more and more and more. And I kind of like the idea. If that's the way they've implemented it, then I think they'll have nailed it. It's a speech to the 8th graders about job selection. Oh, it is that. Oh, I thought it. Oh, so it's 200. Is it 200 kids and parents then? Is it, Elegon? And how to write a proper job application. The problem is they have a standard in the books, so every application we get for apprenticeships looks exactly the same. So I show them how to improve that. Oh, that sounds really cool, Elgon. Nice one, dude. So to conform to the requirements, but you know, a little dash of spice to make yourself stand out without looking too much like a try-hard. Good luck, mate. Good luck. I hope it goes well. I'm sure you'll be amazing, Elgon. Good morning, Lady Elvira. How are you? How are you? You actually urinated into a Dr. Pepper bottle in order to tame an animal in World of Warcraft. I do hope you're joking, sir. You're right, Santa. How are you doing, sir? And we talk about the common mistakes when applying. Where'd the campfire go? Oh, did it vanish? Oh, it did, didn't it? So I'm sure it's actually, you know what, when I placed it I thought it kind of shifted. I kind of got that. Oh, that's weird. It looked like it kind of, yeah. Is there a zombie? Yeah, it's disappearing, dude. That's not actually there, dude. Way to go, fun pimps. Jesus. He did, Elgon, yeah. He got his wonderful Baron's Lion. Right, okay. Let's do one. That's a real waste of bloody stone, isn't it? Gosh. Don't know where that just went there. Let's put you... Where should we put you then? Pop you there. I think I'll knock that desk out then. Might as well just get rid of it, right? Get out of here. Gun store box. It's definitely empty, right? Well, apparently he was there for 5 or 6 hours, I think he said, wasn't it, Mojo? To the point where he actually urinated into a bottle, a plastic bottle, which I'm not... I mean, Mojo's a funny devil, and I don't know whether he's trying to troll me or not, but... there's a point where you have to say enough is enough, right? I mean, I actually did do that myself once, but I've got a much more legitimate excuse. Right, storage. Secure storage chest. There we go. Barely grum. Come on now. You're not even trying, are you, bro? We'll throw that in there. Right, now what can we actually cook food-wise? Not a lot, really. Let's take organics. We'll switch that one for now. We should really take the jars with us tomorrow. We'll wear the pants, scrap those. Paper can go in there. What have we got? Organic, or not organic? Okie dokie. Let's just see. So what's the next point in making just generally better things?
Your part is required.
Intellect.
You've been a most magnanimous host, and you've waited too long for this moment.
I think I might have clicked that twice. I'm not sure I wanted to. But Rabbit, thank you for the host, my friend. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the host. How are you, sir? And then recipes, stone arrows, and I think we'll just go for a straight 30 on that. Gives us 56 arrows, doesn't it? I'll just switch the shotgun to there. Whoa, Jesus, that is bright. God damn it. I tell you what, I know they're not going to fix that. They're just going to ruin their own game. They really are. I still don't understand what their obsession with not fixing something that's so utterly simple to fix is. Or Dasher, thank you very much for the prime sub, Dasher. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, Dasher, welcome to the sub club, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, Buck. You had to get both yours and Captain Kelsey's site as we've been there almost 10 hours in total. Oh my god, Jesus, Mojo. Yeah, back. This is on a server error this time around, but I thought I'd see how it performs. So, like I said, if anybody does want to join me, you're more than welcome, even if you don't want to commit to any extensive play. Right. So we'll take the jar with us. We'll keep this with us. We'll scrap that. Grab that. I'm just trying to think. We put the bedroll down, haven't we? What did we? I need food, don't I? What can we cook to get a little bit of health back? Because we'll get. When can I unlock bacon and eggs? I think I can do that now. In Master Chef, isn't it? Teas and coffee, basic recipes. But I need the. It's either a grill or. Let's grab that and let's just see if we can make bacon and eggs. Eggs and raw meat. It obviously is going to take us eggs and raw meat. Is it the cooking pot or is it the... Yeah, just cooking pot. Okay. So if we make some... Ooh, I don't know really. Grilled meat, we're not going to have the cooking grill for. Charred meat, I mean, I do need something. And this is like... Oh my god, that's 10 raw meat for charred meat. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I honestly do despair. I just despair. What? Oh no, it's 10. That was it because it was 2, right? Oh jeez, I was gonna say that just doesn't add up to me. I was gonna say that would have just been incomprehensible. Let's leave that there. Charred meat. Let's make 2 charred meat. We've got another couple of bacon and eggs. If we are a bit lucky. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll eat the yucca. Any water in that one? Got 1 water, so I think we'll use that anyway. And I can't really think of anything else. I think tomorrow we're just gonna. I mean, where are we? Let's have a look. I mean, we are in a bad area, man. We are in a really bad area. We can't possibly survive in the wasteland at this point in the game. Well, I mean, we could, but it's just there's no reason to risk it, is it? I don't think there's anything over here. From what I remember looking in the distance, I think this just then closes in on itself and it's more snow biome, isn't it? Oh, the one thing that I was really impressed with in Joel's video, remembering the good old days of RWG, and we used to talk about how at present there's just these long roads, these long main roads, and very infrequently do we see these little side roads. I mean, this is a main road. This is one of those like smaller side roads, and we noticed in the last. Well, I tried 3, didn't I? 3 different seeds. And they seem to be void of the side roads. And the side roads have always been a really, really good source of small, isolated POIs. Which are great for 2 things. One, for people that want to live in a POI. And secondly, just to have a POI that's not in a city. You know, you've got a better chance of getting in there, haven't you? Without waking up the whole neighbourhood. And it looks like that's back. I mean, the seed that Joel's got, it looks pretty decent, if I was to be honest. He's, you know, he's got some much smaller towns. They're not these super towns. They're spread out. He's done a lot of travelling and not bumped into huge super metropolises. So it looks like the RWG mix for Alpha 18 is significantly better. But again, you can't really comment too much because he might just have the perfect seed. You know, I could pop in another seed's name and end up with an exact replica of what I had last playthrough. So, but fingers crossed on a positive, it looks good. It does look good. See, now I don't know if you're trolling, because you just tried to make a joke out of it, Mojo, so I legit don't know, bro. I just don't know. I just don't know, sir. Okay, we'll eat this. What is it? Max stamina 10 and health 5. Jeez. Not so great, mate. Not so great. How else can I get my... excuse me, my... What's physician? You can craft first aid bandages. But it's saying I can't. What does it require? Oh my god, intellect level 4 to make first aid bandages. That was a bit of an oopsie daisy. God damn it, I thought it was 3. Oh dear, that was a mistake. So I need to ding another level desperately so I can make some first aid bandages. Oops-a-daisy, Grumble. Oops-a-daisy, sir. So, torch making. Let's make a couple of torches because we've got nothing else.
You've
Have we?
been a most magnanimous host, and you've waited too long for this moment.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. We're looking all right. Miss Jamie Tigress, thank you very much for the host. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope all is well, Jamie Tigress. There's not a lot else I can do, really. I'll drink my coffee. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure now because if he just said, it's an analysis. That's a bit of a tongue twister. He says, "I'm not trolling. I almost took a pic and posted it in Discord." And I gone, "Oh my god, you actually did do it." But then he went, "But I didn't want to take the pee." You see what I mean? He can't help himself. He's Mr. Funny Man, you see. I can't imagine him risking it. His missus would have killed him. I reckon he's not quite the man he claims to be, you see. I reckon Mojo's very careful at home. I reckon he's a very clean, very organised, does what he's told, as we all do. I don't think he'd risk pissing in a Dr. Pepper bottle. I mean, Dr. Pepper bottles have got pretty narrow, essentially, holes at the top. I don't even know how you'd piss into one, to be honest, mate, without getting it everywhere. I couldn't. Evidence would have been destroyed way before. Oh, was it really late? Was it in the middle of the night, was it? I mean, I don't know. There is no way you'd get your penis inside a Dr. Pepper bottle. So the only thing is, like, I don't know, maybe just like, no, I'm just not buying it. There ain't no way you're piddling in a Dr. Pepper bottle without getting it everywhere. And that means it'd go on the carpet, and Mojo wouldn't put up with that. Mojo wouldn't have piddle on the carpet, mate. I reckon he's very house proud, Mojo. Just the tip. Oh, dear. I'm glad you got it, though. I mean, that's awesome. Oh, that is good. Oh, I honestly, that is good coffee. I haven't been to bed at all. And that, honestly, the taste of that is something that is just, that is so good. That is really good. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So tomorrow we'll head into... Well, we can try the town on this side. I mean, we've got a few arrows. I mean, the objective right now is to get a cooking pot, isn't it? And then really to try and find somewhere better to live, I guess. I mean, this is... I should imagine, even if we survive through, what is it, day 5 before we start taking weather, or have to take into account inclement weather, I think because we're so in the middle of biomes, I think we'll just get hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. We've got a desert on one side, we've got the snow on one side. It's just never going to happen, is it? Is there any particular reason why Mojo wanted that one? I'm not sure if he's in chat at the minute. I can't remember which was the one that I spent ages with. There was one that I really did spend a long time waiting for. I'm not sure I spent that amount of time. Oh, God, did I just pick all that up? You idiot. No, I want those. Yeah, I'm trying to think what it was. It was a cat of some sort. We've got 10 bandages. If I need to use 10 bandages tomorrow, we've got a problem. So let's not take all of those. We've got the torches so we can see where we're going. So let's leave that there. We won't need that, will we? Jars if we find any water. We can find some water. We've got a couple of bacon and eggs. Ooh, this is going to be tricky, mate. This was not a good start biome-wise, was it? Apparently it's the best one in the... Yeah, wow. It's not really, is it? But by the time you've dinged 60, I mean, the pets are... yeah. I don't agree with that. Depends on what you want your bloody pet to do, doesn't it? To be honest. There's a lot more to pet ownership than just having, slightly better stats here and there. You're certainly not going to notice it at end game, are you? I think it's more about what it looks like. It's a rare one, isn't it? It is a very cool looking pooch. It's a status symbol, if you like. I didn't realise you were off today, Carl. Otherwise, I'd have considered jumping on a game. But I was saying at the start of today's stream, I've come to the conclusion I cannot possibly play World of Warcraft for any extended period. I don't mind doing a bit of mining on my own, for example, or a little bit of... What's that? So I need another... Can actually convert that, can't we? Might as well do that now. Yeah, I just can't play an MMO for any period of time. I don't mind an hour here or a couple of hours there, but it doesn't matter whether it... I'd rather do what you did yesterday, Carlos, and go and help somebody else. And thank you for that, by the way. I can't play an MMO solo. I just can't do it. There was just literally no reason to be playing. It's to me it's an utterly pointless endeavor playing like that. And it's getting more and more likely, Chaos, because I'm finding it very hard to group.
Subway 100 bonus 10. Top of the morning to you, Grum. Bish
Thank
bash
you very
bosh.
much. Thank you very much, Jazzy. Thank you very, very much for the biddies, my friend. How are you, sir? What day are we on? Thursday, right? Is it Thursday? I think it is. God, we're getting there, aren't we? Be the weekend soon, Azzy. Thank you very much for the bits, sir. I hope you're well. Yeah, it's that health that's bothering me more than anything. See what we could do. We could use the charred meat now anyway. Give me a little bit back. Why is it not giving me any health back? Oh god, I didn't take a bandage, you idiot. Oh my god, I think I'm breaking every rule in the book today, aren't I? I ate before bandaging. Gosh, what a knobber. Pixie needs some help. I'm not sure she'd want me at my level helping. I mean, she only started yesterday, didn't she? There we go. Right, that's a bit more like it. Okay, so that was a bit of a cock-up, wasn't it? I think I've broken every rule in playing 7 days so far today. I didn't make any bandages to start. I didn't use my bandages before taking stuff to heal me. It's all been a bit floppy, really, hasn't it? A bit like Mojo's Willy while he was piddling his Dr. Pepper bottle last night, no doubt. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't think we looted everything either, did we? Go on, give me a cooking pot, mate. Go on, you know you wanna. It's Friday somewhere. True story, bro. True story. Which means we can do anything we want, Azzy. Check that. I mean, there's plenty of cloth here. In fact, I should probably get all the cloth before the zombies tear it all down, right? You know what? I was sitting when I saw the meter now. I was thinking, I swear we killed more creatures in the daytime. There you go. That's why I was. That's why I didn't make too much charred meat. I was thinking, I swear we had more meat than that. I left it all in there because we were encumbered while we were trying to whittle the zombies down, weren't we? Right. Okay. The adventure begins. So. I think we'll get a little bit more stone just while we've got the stamina. It's the way out. Go through the big hole in the tent. In fact, let me just get some of that and just pop that in. Oh, sugar. Pop that in there. Okay. We want a stone rock. A rocky stone, if you will. We need a smaller POI, really, don't we? We don't want to be taking on anything large because we just haven't got the ammunition and the time to. Want something that's going to give us a cooking pot, preferably like a diner or something like that, or a domestic dwelling. I almost named him Dr. Pepper. I think you should do it in honor of your debacle. Oh dear. What's Pixie playing? Does anyone know? I sat there for a little while yesterday, and I was honestly thinking, you know, what does it's a really difficult one for me. I mean, I do really like World of Warcraft, and I like the idea of building a community around that in a game, or belonging to a community in a game like that. But what does it mean stream time? And I did drop a couple of you a message earlier because I know you've been talking to me about things, but the problem right now is that with the level I'm at, and I'm not sure if Chaos can relate to this, the level I'm at, I'm going to have a lot of downtime as a warrior. If I'm playing a hunter, I can play solo. You know, there is no content that I can't do pretty reasonably easily. As a solo warrior and who refuses to go down the hamstring route because I'm just being there and I just don't enjoy it, and it's a power leveling thing rather than an enjoying the game thing. I just simply am going to be so reliant on other people and until I get to 60 and my character eventually then blossoms. And I think for me, it's not so much... Although I'm commenting on the fact that obviously I don't want to play an MMO as a single player, which I absolutely do not want to do. That's not why I'm playing an MMO. I might as well go and play bloody Skyrim, right? The thing is, it comes down to... I don't want to feel like I'm bothering people. It's... You know, we all have busy lives and we've all got characters to level and other tunes to level and 1,001 things that we can do, you know, during our time. And I think as possibly a priest can sometimes feel the same. Although I'm going to be honest, a Shadow Spec priest for leveling is pretty... They're not bad. Again, like the warrior, as long as you're selecting your content, you should be alright. I mean, at least you can freaking heal, right? But yeah, it's... And I think what happened was because we played it so heavily, and at that point a lot of us weren't playing. You know, a few folks have only started or joined the server over the last, you know, week or so. So Chaos and I, who had a lot of, because I think Chaos was off work. I think he was on holiday, and you know, I was obviously playing for like 7 odd hours a day, but plus a few hours here and there when I could outside of the stream, and we ended up kind of dashing those few levels in front, and of course 10 levels is a huge amount of levels to be, you know, in front of somebody. I mean, the majority of the guild with their primary tunes, I would say, with that kind of like low to mid 20s. You've got Chaos who's obviously ding the 40, and then you've got me kind of sitting in the low 30s, and that spread is just not working. It's just not working for me to be able to team up with people without feeling like I'm just wasting everyone's bloody time, to be honest. I don't know whether to actually go in there. The chance of finding a cooking pot is extremely minuscule, isn't it? I think in here would be better. Or even there. But I think I've just woke up like every freaking zombie in the game, so... I've got... Oh gosh, what happened then? I've not loaded it, have I? It's a new weapon. Oh god, every noob mistaking the book today. This is embarrassing. The day I have a problem is the day I sit down on a Sunday afternoon and cancel everything and just decide to spend a whole day sorting out my UI. That's the point when you know that WoW was taking control. Or that all sitting there trying to tame an animal and pissing in a Dr. Pepper bottle. It's at that point, you know, you know the addiction is real, right? She's playing a Nomi mage. Is she playing a Frosty Cups? I hope she is playing a Frosty Cups. Wasteland are great for the cooking pots. Is it really so? In what sort of areas? It's just like I don't feel comfortable with the Wasteland because I'm playing really bad today. Largely because I think I'm absolutely shattered. I mean, I really am exhausted today, and. I just have a feeling a dog pack this early on is going to annoy me. Yeah, well, I don't necessarily agree with that in general, Wookie, but if we're talking about gaming, then yes, I'm sure. And I don't think I'd be saying that to a crack addict or anything, but yes. How are you feeling now, Wookie? Are you You're feeling a little bit more ready for Friday, sir. Oh, God, gosh, that's tomorrow, mate. The big day's tomorrow, isn't it? Whoa, jeez. That's actually really scary, bro. This week is flying, bro. We'll have a look in here, Satos. I might take your advice there, mate. Thanks for that. A bit of a stutter there. I think Paloar gets his new PC today, doesn't he? I so miss learn by doing. You've got no idea how much that pains me to know that. I feel like all I'm doing is kind of wasting arrows, but I'm, you know, artificially getting inflated XP. It just seems so wrong. I'm sorry to hear that. I was kind of hoping you'd. Today was the day where you'd start really kind of just like bouncing back, mate. It sounds like you got something pretty nasty, dude. Fingers crossed for you, bro. A concert pole lying on its side always has a pot on it. Really? Is that like 100% guaranteed? Wow. Didn't know that, Satos. It goes to show how little I know about the about the Wasteland. I'm not a fan of the Wasteland, mate. I'm really not. Weirdly enough, not because it wasn't until literally playing Ravenhurst and then playing Vanilla that I realised that the Wasteland actually was more dangerous. I honestly thought that was... Oh my god! The gaming gods shine upon thee. That is so cool. That is so cool. Right, if we can find a house somewhere, we can actually start thinking about setting up shop, can't we? Now, how hot is the desert? I mean, how hot are we talking? Is it possible to survive in the desert? Or are we just going to be perpetually... I mean, with a poncho, can you survive in the desert? With a poncho and a hat? Can it be done? I've got no idea. I've never tried it. Or am I going to spend so much time just overheating for such a huge part of the day? I mean, is the desert one of those places that you really don't want to be living in Alpha 17 and you really just, you know, go there to collect things, you know, and you drink cooling juices while you're there? Or can you actually live there with just, you know, with a straightforward poncho kind of thing? Anybody kind of got any experience with it in Alpha 17? Yeah, he's really looking forward to it, mate. I've tried to rein in his expectations a little bit. I think he thinks he's going to be playing all games at like 1440p minimum, at like 144 frames per second. And I can assure you with modern day PC gaming, sometimes even getting a game to run reasonably well at 1080-60 can be quite a challenge. You know, as you know, if you want, you know, the high, very high, or God forbid, ultra high graphical settings. You know, this is the problem. It's I think the expectation of PC gaming is that the more money you spend, you just get better and better, and you do. That would not be an inaccurate statement for 90% of you know games, but the point of diminishing returns hits so quickly. It's really quite scary. It's like I said, you know, I could spend £2,000 on a PC or £4,000 on a PC. There's not going to be any day-to-day difference, to be quite honest. You know, of course there are going to be differences. I'm not going to try and say there aren't, but the actual, honestly, the bang for buck, it drops off the charts. It really does. You know, you're certainly not going to be a player that's going to notice the difference outside of, you know, god tier professional esports gaming, and even then I think most of those guys and girls would probably agree, like, look, you know, it really doesn't make that much difference to me. It's PC gaming is a devious trap of a money pit if you're not careful. You just got to be careful. You know, I mean, Plowar's done the right thing. I mean, this is not, you know, this is something he's, you know, wanted for a long time. And he's absolutely right to, you know, go balls deep with it and go for pretty much, you know, that top 10% that you can purchase in this day and age. And he will have a fantastic time with it. But a lot of people are on a budget, you know, a pretty strict budget. And like I said, you can save so much money if you just, you know, it's not about cutting corners. It's just being realistic with it, you know, that ever, you know, diminishing returns for day-to-day gameplay. And of course, there's always going to be one game that throws a spanner into everyone's PC. You know, we've got, you know, poor Wentex, he was playing 7 days, you know, he's got a really good PC. He just couldn't get this game to work, and it turned out to be something as simple as a resolution change. And that is PC gaming, isn't it? I think he's looking forward to a bit of the Division 2, though. It's like I said to him, I was getting triple digits without even trying in that game. So, he'll certainly be getting a really nice bang for buck with that. It'll be a fantastic first experience for him, because, I mean, it is a wonderfully rendered game. I mean, it is truly beautiful. Some really nice, diverse environments, fantastic, you know, gameplay anyway, but it's a beautiful game. So, I guess we really want to be thinking about where we move to. Now, if we just pop a marker over there, it does look like over there maybe remains green. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, we'll do the bacon eggs when we get back, don't worry. I've not forgotten. But yes, we now have access to the B&E, don't we? I think we travel over there and just see if it turns into a snowy biome or not. When you try the poncho plus fiber, hot hat was not enough. That's the way I remember it. We just played a little playthrough. And I seem to recall exactly the same Solasco. Exactly the same. It just didn't cut the mustard. It was fine to go in there. You know, I did put the poncho on and put the cowboy hat on and go and get aloe, for example, when I was over. That's what I went for. And it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't sufficient to have as a permanent base at that level. Not without consumables. So if it's kind of weird, because even having, like I said, puffer jacket or the duster, I mean, it does all help. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not sure if I really fancy that. We kind of had the snow biome last playthrough for a large part of it, didn't we? And that we were perpetually cold, so I don't really want to focus on that elemental survival this time around if I can help it. Now that's nice to know. That's the big Pop and Pills hospital look. Jeez, it's been a long time since I saw one of them. A t-shirt, tank top, and hat, poncho, duster, and either shorts or boots were enough to stay comfortable. Right, okay, all right. So, but basically, it can be done, but we can't do it just yet. We need better clothing. All right, cheers, mate. Good morning, Fighting Dirty. Yeah, so I think it is for everyone fighting. Yeah, I agree. I like to get through to that day 100. I think this game now has become a 100-hour game. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's very much what they're targeting. It'll be very interesting to see how... yeah, look, it turns into snow biome. Look. Bloody hell. There's another popper pills there. Now that we will mark. Let's just make that. So what is it? A pop and pill. We'll definitely come and hit that when we've got a base. We just need to find somewhere to live that isn't going to cause us too many issues. A little house over there would be bloody perfect. There's another small town just to the east. Little house up there. My phone's a dingling. That would be perfect. I'm almost tempted to build my own base this time around. Looks like we've got another caravan there. It's a house. Is this like one of those little streets like before? It is, isn't it? What house is that? Looks like a nice house. Or is that one of the? Is that the World's End pub or something? Looks like it, doesn't it? It will make a pretty cool base for It's just getting in there, isn't it? There's a lot of Z's in that. A hell of a lot of Z's. What do you think? Take over a pub. It's getting in there. Look, there's two big boys just sitting outside. Yeah, well, I would build my own house if I thought for 1 minute I'd got some stamina available to actually dig a hole, dude. And let's be honest, we know we haven't. I mean, we could go and get the pallets and things and build a very small, I don't know, like a little fort. Fuck it, I guess. And extend. We could always build the fort, fuck it, with the smitten wall and a lithium ring. Have it as a hub for other folks to come and play with us. I mean, we seem to have found a reasonably okay to live, a reasonably okay place to live. I mean, this is nice and flat over here. Should we do that? Should we set up a smitten wall, a lithium ring, and then turn it actually, oh, sugar, and then turn it actually into a base? I've got the little grim girl. Oh, thank you, Chaos. Sorry, mate. I should do a little command for that, shouldn't I? Oh gosh, he's not going down like the other one did. You cheeky little rascal. Yeah, we don't want to be, I mean, we don't want to be too far from town. So I would say in this little, it looks like there's quite a flat area here. So that would, I mean, we could turn it into a compound then. Like I said, we are on a server, so if anyone did want to join, we can actually create. We could even, I mean, has anyone ever tried a 4-way smitten wall with 4 lithium rings? And then we could even put a perimeter wall up, and then we'd actually fall back to that. That could be a lot of fun. That could be something we could go for. So think of the primary Cartesian coordinates, northeast, southwest smitten walls, going into 4 lithium rings. Central to the 4 lithium rings would be a single shaft going into a mine. And then we could put a huge perimeter wall around that construct. I'm not sure if I want to be in sight of the world's end. I don't think it will make any difference. But I'm thinking right about... And that's a lot of stone that we could play with, but... It seemed a bit flatter over here, didn't it? Oh no, but I'd like the idea of 4 to make it some. That's what I'm saying. I know we don't need. Of course, we don't need 4. I kind of like the idea of having 4 though. If anyone joins us, we could all have our own sort of branches, couldn't we? We're very close to a few POIs, and I'm not entirely convinced that's a good thing. Never going to be a perfect spot, is there? But I don't know. Let's just go a little bit further that way just to see what's over the valley. Over the valley. You made a snaking smitten wall. It took the Zeds about a minute. I think that's what the original creation was, Lunacy. I think that's what smitten wall's original design was all about. To kind of have a winding, almost concentric, sort of square. Jumpy McJumpy, you kind of sat in the middle of it, didn't you, Smitten all, and sort of sniped them as they came across, rather than doing the. I think that was the original design, wasn't it, dude? Big K's done a 4. Oh, did it work? Did it work, Shades? Oh, well, in that case, I think I might go for that then, because I think the city's still just over there. Look, this looks nice. This looks nice. Oh, I'm liking this. Let's just go and have a look what's over there. Wasted a whole day looking around, but might as well find somewhere decent. You get some landing pads down, couldn't we? You know, for the gyrocopters and things like that. Oh, is that's right on the edge of a desert? Look, oh, that's nice. Oh, that is nice. All right, okay, we are going to set up shop right It's not quite flat, is it? But I think right where that rock is there. Around here, I think. But now I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't. Decisions. I'm too tired to make a decision. It's like, where do we go? Where do we go? What do we build? I kind of like the idea of a perimeter wall around a smeton. A four-directional smeton wall. I'm not sure back over there wasn't smoother and flatter, really. What's there? Need to remember to get these. Like, it's so easy for me to get. My eyes are burning. That's right, my eyes are really hurting. The problem with building here is if we do a perimeter wall, it's not flat enough to get one in, is it? Yeah, that looks flat down there. Let's go down there. That looks pretty flat, actually. I really shouldn't be doing this because it's just buggering up my stamina. Is that the world's end over there? It is, isn't it? I think where we originally saw is going to be the best spot. It was reasonably flat. We can see town from it. Must have been that away. Like I can't find that little flat area now. Here. No? Doesn't look flat. We should have stayed where I first found. Yeah, here. This is spot on. Oh, Jesus balls, where did you come? My God, you made me jump, dude. I was looking all the way over. Jesus, I didn't even register him until he made that noise there. Stay down, sir. Stay down. Right, okay. So this is it then. This is where we build. Let's get a couple of frames down. So that'll be the central shaft. So let's add another one up there. And let's get a couple of torches up there. And let's get this marked on the map. Save waypoint. And we're going to call this... Save waypoint. We're going to call this... Why is it not coming up with an option to... Oh, it's up there. So we call it base camp 1. Okay. So we're gonna need to start a mine or something, aren't we? But I really need to start bringing stuff over. Should we? How far is the walk home? Oh shit! Oh god, is that? Oh my god, it's miles away, mate. And that's a freaking bear. Oh, you gotta be taking the biscuit, bro. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's set up a storage box. Oh, that's just cheeky, that is, isn't it? A bloody bear, mate. A bloody bear. I should have scrapped that, actually. Bloody bear. And we haven't found any water either, have we? Let's make 50. I think what we'll do is we'll head back, go and get some of the food. It's going to be too late in the day though then, isn't it? Should I tell you what we'll do? What time do you think we'd have to leave to get home in time? Where is it? Where's that bear gone? Jesus, mate. Bagger off, you knobber. Start digging. You right, lawyer? How you doing, sir? How's things? We don't use the word cheese, I'm afraid, Smirnoff. It's banned from this chat, mate. Bear that in mind, bro. If they want to fix the players building... Yeah, oh, sorry, you're still on about that. You're right, Satos. Yes, I saw that, dude. I did see that, mate. Thank you very much, the lawyer. I hope you have a lovely day, sir. I hope you have a lovely one. Well, that was not the best. That was not the best decision, was it? Jesus. I'm almost tempted to actually build the shaft as 3x3 as we go. Why don't we do that? So we can start a mini project here, couldn't we? So we'll build the primary shaft so that we've got somewhere to kip of an evening, just while we get things set up. And then we can obviously use the flagstone. Also, sorry, the stone to mix into cobblestone for the flagstone to start the original structure up, right? So we'll kind of go for that sort of beginning fort fuck it kind of build. So we'll dig until a little later in the afternoon. Then we'll dash back, stay over in the trailer. And then tomorrow bring the food, etc. over. We can try and do a couple of runs each day, can't we? You've been extremely busy with the last aspects of the EU project. The family is sick with the cold. It goes around, so no one is escaping. There's so many people poorly at the minute, mate. Honestly, it's been like just like so many people in chat to lawyer. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. But yes, it definitely seems to be that time of year at the minute, doesn't it, mate? I take it it's just work for you right now, bro. That bear is gonna nail me, mate. He's gonna so nail me. Stamina in it just kills you. I can actually hear the bear. It's never a good sign, is it? Never a good sign, Mr. Spooky Pants. It's just at that wrong angle as well, where I can't crouch and keep an eye on him while I dig. Doesn't seem to be bothered with me at the minute. Oh, did you see what one of the other perks, or should I say, I mean, I'm not sure what they call them, but like the almanac things that Joel was showing was like, for example, you can now get you can find something which actually enables you, say, to get jars back from the tree stumps and things, I think. So it does look like they're kind of re-implementing some of the old mechanics just in different and new ways. So I was quite impressed with that. In fact, to be honest, the last video he did, I saw more positive in that than I did with all the Horde videos he did. Those Horde videos to me weren't particularly intriguing, to be honest. It just seemed like an awful lot of ammunition to waste on a really bad Horde base. Can't quite get that last one. Oh, I can. Last week you were in Austria, and next week you're in Poland. Oh, wow, dude. Oh, it sounds like an exciting time for you, though, Taloya. And then you've got some weeks at home, and in November, the last big week in Poland, so it's nearly all done. And what will happen at the end of that? Will you get like an extended break, Taloya, or is that just your job? Sounds like you spent a long time away from home, sir. But a lot of people like that. You know, I've got some friends that got into various trades over the years, and that is very much a big part of what they do. They're spending a crazy amount of time outside of the UK. I know a friend who does, for want of a better word, he'd slap me right around the back of the head for this, but I think it's the best way to describe it that people can probably relate to. Where is that bear? Shop fitting. And he does a lot of work, for example, in international airports, in the duty-free areas, and some very, very upscale sort of boutiques, again, for want of a better word, in places like Saint-Tropez, in Milan, places like that. So think of him as a super pimped out shop fitter. And he owns his own company, and he hardly spends any time in the UK. Anytime. Him and his whole team will fly, and then, you know, they're put up in, you know, swanky hotels, and I mean, what makes him so special, I have no idea. He's a very talented man, always was, very creative fellow, and he's got a whole team of electricians and chippies, and like I said, the whole team will fly out for a project. Fascinating stuff, though. I don't know whether I'd like it or not. I mean, I love to travel. I mean, I really do love to travel, and I have to say that I do love, and I really do mean love, spending time in hotels and things. I think there's something really nice about staying in a hotel. If it's business related or as opposed to just general. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stay in a tourist hotel with a swimming pool for all the kids kind of thing. Probably not quite my cup of tea, that. But you know, the more business side of things. And I think there's something really nice about, you know, you do your day's work, you settle down in the bar, in the restaurant, and you tend to meet people, don't you? It's like a really nice way, because there's a lot of people that, you know, live a life like that. Meet people that are commuting, etc. All right, glowing mist. What are we building? We don't really have an objective. I think we're going to go for, we're going to make our own build. So I said a couple of times that I'd like to actually create a build around the now infamous Smetan Wall and Alethian Ring. And I think we're going to, in order to do that, obviously I can go and dig up a load of the blue palleted crates and get some concrete and things. But I think I'm just going to start off with a basic shaft. So we'll go for a basic mine shaft so we can start actually digging of an evening if we can maintain food production. Oh, hang on. I've just suddenly remembered. Where's the trader? Oh, no. Is that the trader there? I think it is, isn't it? I think it's the trader. If it isn't, shout out in chat. But I'm sure it was just down the road. Oh gosh, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's basically just going to be a mine shaft, because I'm on a server. So like I said, if people do want to join, you're more than welcome. It's I'd like to see how the server holds up. We've had a good run with Vanilla Alpha 17 Glowing Mist. We had a nice 100-hour server, you know, got the gyrocopter. And then we hit that point where it was nothing but irradiated, and it starts getting a bit dull and a bit boring and a bit bullet spongy, and the challenge kind of drifts off. So I was originally just going to wait until Friday because I had high hopes. I think a lot of people did, that maybe this weekend would see the release of Alpha 18, but that's not the case. So I thought, well, the only thing I haven't really done in Alpha 17 is tried it on a server. And like I said, it doesn't matter even if people you know, don't want to join it. I just want to see how it performs, really. It's been a long time since I played like on a multiplayer Blue Fang server. So far today, everything seems pretty rock solid. I've had a couple of like minor hang-ups, you know, little glitch, little frame rate hiccup where the game sort of stutters and pauses, but nothing that I wouldn't expect in any Unity game, to be fair. You're right, Vale. How are you, sir? They recently did up our time for time. Given those weeks are usually double time. Wow, morning till 7, evening 23 full time. Bloody hell, dude. Where are we? Where are we? Wait, is that my camp over there? We need to get that bike manufactured as soon as we can, right? Doing right, Val. Good. You're right, Drakian. How are you, sir? Good morning to you both. Good morning, good morning. It is still morning? Yes, it is. just about, mate. Just about. Okay. Let's get in here and go and grab... Well, we're going to stay here for the evening, so I actually did come back way too early, to be honest. Let's, We'll throw all of this in here, and then we'll just dash out, see if we can find... What do we kind of could do with some water, couldn't we? Did anyone see any water anywhere? There's no swimming pools or anything, are there? Go and have a look up in the town. Which is what, kind of northeast, isn't it? I brought the jars, yeah. That max stamina's just destroyed already, look. Get some B&Es on there. Some lovely bacon and eggs later. Food of the gods, mate. I'll tell you what, I'll scrap that. We don't need it right now, so. Cut down on the carry weight. I swear that one has a swimming pool in the back of it, but it doesn't seem to be shown on the map. So I'm going to assume it doesn't. You're right, Camacho. How are you? Not seen you for a while, mate. How's things? Is that a water? It's not a water tower, is it? Or is there a little water pocket here? Oh god, it's not there, look. I swear that used to have water in it. Maybe it does. We could always nerd pole up, but I feel like exploring in the remaining hours of daylight. What good things will Alpha 18 bring? Hopefully a lot. I mean, I think I've said it a few times. I don't think Alpha 18 is going to fundamentally change the game for a lot of us. I think, you know, 7 days is 7 days. I think the days where, you know, a new alpha is just revolutionary. You know, we've had some alphas that have introduced things like, as you know, power, for goodness sake. With spinning whirly blade traps and turrets, and you know, we've had alphas that have introduced gyrocopters, you know, the great flying machines of Navezgane. And, you know, it's... I think the game's now getting to the point where we're going to get less of the shock factor and more of the let's really start making a final decision on all these systems that we've tried, you know, over all the different alphas, and let's start getting the game moving towards its final destination. I think the last few alphas have been quite focused right up until Alpha 17, which I felt meandered dramatically off course. And I think Alpha 18 is going to be a tightening of the purse strings, as they say. Okay, look, we've tried this, we've tried that, we've changed the engine. You know, we're running on the latest version of Unity. We've got this really well-established and very creative world-building team. It's time for the rest of us to buckle down, tighten up that code, make a final decision on what systems are going to be in the final game, and just start polishing things. So I think although Alpha 18 is going to be big, and I think it will be big, there's going to be a lot of quality of life stuff there. For example, we're going to get the new block selection menu, which I think for builders will be a really nice quality of life move. Won't fundamentally change the game, but my god, it would be a very welcome change. I think mainly people will be looking forward to I should imagine the new guns, the new modifications to the guns. I'm hoping modifications, hopefully maybe to vehicles that don't really seem to be in the game at present. I really should have taken a drink, shouldn't I? But yeah, I mean, POIs and a continuation and fleshing out an expansion on the questing system, I should imagine, is what I'd like to see. I'm not sure we'll see that this alpha, though. I think that this one's them almost rolling back the clock a little bit. Thinking, yeah, this definitely wasn't the wisest of moves. And I think a large part of that is an admission that the new skill system was just dull. Which is why I think that almanac system, as I call it, is being reintroduced. Yeah, I think mining's going to... I was saying earlier, Draken, I think a lot of people are going to see that as an oversimplification of mining. But to be honest, mate, it needed changing. It was laborious. 12 hours it took me, mate. 12 hours of mining, you know, on and off to find a decent pocket of nitrate. I mean, obviously we found other things while we were doing it, but... You know, that's a lot of time to find a pocket of nitrate, mate. You know, it's... I mean, it's... I guess in the long run, you could argue that maybe it will balance out. But as long as the balance is more equitably spread, I mean, what we might find is that it'll still take me 12 hours to get the same amount of nitrate. It's just I'll have to keep travelling further and further away from base camp to find smaller nodes. These surface nodes that we've now seen. So I still might actually spend 12 hours to get the same end, but at least I won't spend 12 hours beating my head against the wall. You know, each node might only give me 2% of the nitrate I had in that super... no, isn't that one of those wells? Does that go down into water? God, it's ages since I saw one of these. It's an interesting seed, actually. Anyone around? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, and that's just, I mean, honestly, glowing mist, there's a lot. I mean, Alpha 18, I mean, like I said, there's going to be a lot of things that people will just almost, you know, yeah, whatever, does it really make a huge difference? You know, much smaller refinements, but there are definitely going to be some really key changes, really big key changes to the base game. I mean, I think people, to be honest, it goes to show, isn't it? The one thing that a lot of people are talking about is the LNG. You know, people, and this is what I was saying. You know, sometimes I feel like they broke so much with Alpha 17. That is one of those water towers down there, isn't it? You know, they really didn't need to rock the boat as much as they did. I really don't think they did. You know, so sometimes all people want is a new gun with a new attachment. You know, some new spikes on a mini bike, and off you go. Look at this, corn and potatoes. How far from home am I? We're quite some distance, aren't we? Oh shite. All right, let me just very quickly mark that. We'll just call it C for now. Let's go. I didn't realise how far I was. And with that low stamina, that's going to be cutting it way too close for me. Let's go that away. Sorry, what's that bloody the vultures? I actually quite like the vultures. It's still the dogs that I have a real issue with, but in a lovely way. Why is it? Seems to be something really. Oh my god! I didn't mark the other one. Look at all this. We found the holy grail for potatoes and corn. Holy balls! Meat stews coming out of our buttholes. Let's see if we can get home. This is actually not a bad start, guys. Let's get out of here. You like the new garage door? Yeah, that looks really nice. Yeah. Yeah, and I think someone did, because I did say that it seemed a bit pointless if it was just a wooden garage door, but someone did say that they saw it as part of that one of the videos, because I was watching on my mobile, so I wasn't always catching everything. They did say that it was very much a upgradable one. An upgradable, you know, to metal and everything. How to join you if I wanted to? I'm feeling a bit lonely here in WoW at the moment. Hey, if you want, you're more than welcome, Shays. Just post up the normal thing in server access. If you post that up, I could probably get you in now if you want to, mate. But just make sure you put a tick in the box by doing the old copy paste of stats in Discord, mate, and then I can sort out things like whitelists and stuff as well. Reduce the stamina bullshit and bring back wellness. I'd be happy to play again. Yeah, I must admit. I mean, I do miss that. I strongly believe that was a terrible mistake. That is the one that, you know, learn by doing, and wellness removal was it was such a wonderful. Like I said, they seem to. I don't think they played the game enough themselves to understand what that wellness system meant. It was honestly, it was genius. It was, you know, we always used to talk. It's something I used to love talking about. What's the classic question people ask in a zombie game like this? It happened, you know, as someone that streams this game day in, day out. The one thing that always comes up, a question I can guarantee, especially if it's a new alpha, so you know, other say fresher faces are coming to, you know, what's the fuss about? It's like, what's the death penalty? What happens when you die? Do you lose all your stuff? And I used to love going into the intricacies of the wellness system. It was explaining what that meant for my general sort of ability to survive efficiently, what that meant in terms of like what I was trying to achieve with my farm. You know, explaining how the biomes worked, you know, the fact that, you know, if you really, really want to play super hardcore, you can take some really nice foods and go dash off to the snow biome, because you get, you know, you're going to be freezing, you're going to get hungrier quicker, so you can consume more food faster. And it just felt like something I really enjoyed. I always felt excited explaining that. I always felt like, you know, this is something that every other game, what's the death penalty? Oh, you drop your stuff and you just go and pick it up, mate. It's and it always feels underwhelming. It always feels like, oh, you know, I'm you know, I love the game. I want to sell the game to people, not because I want to sell copies of the game, but I want to sell the experience. You know, I want people to experience something that is fun. You know, I'd never want to see any game fail. You know, who's the winner in that? No one, right? But well, apart from Survive the Nights, that's a whole different kettle of fish. But stop it, I'm too tired. I just got a whiff of my aftershave. God blimey, I smell nice. Ooh, I do smell nice. That's Issey Miyake, that is. I wonder why I caught a whiff of that then. And now, you know, any other game I play, it just feels like, oh, what happens when I die? Yeah, I die and I have to go and get my stuff and I come back. And, you know, that's kind of it. And that's what it feels like now. And to us, the new implementation at least is better. I mean, now we have this experience buffer, don't we, where we can't gain XP for a period. So at least now we're not going to want to die. But it's like they keep saying that, you know, they kept saying the wellness system was broken because it was quite punishing in the early game, but meant nothing at the end game. And it's like they sit in an echo chamber with no one but themselves to talk to. I can assure you the exact same thing will happen with the new death penalty. In fact, possibly even worse than the current one. I can assure you by day 100 on the, you know, the version that I just played, when I died, I couldn't have given less of a fuck if I wasn't getting experience points. I didn't need experience points anymore. And my character's already, you know, as OP as a character's going to get. You know, I was kind of almost holding back. I even put points in things like barter, which I've never done before. You know, that it's like they keep trying to change things because they think there's an issue, when actually they don't. They not only don't fix the issue, they just create a solution that was inferior to the original implementation. And it seems so insular over there. I don't understand it. They need to get someone on the team that put one of the world builders on just playing the game daily. You know, it seems to me that Joel's playing it as their balancer. Did you see the latest video where he actually says, you know, I'm not playing like an agility build or anything this time around. I'm going to play this because I want to make sure it's balanced. I don't mean I really don't mean this disrespectfully. Joel is a terrible player. Joel is the last person you need balancing this game. Go and get him to do stuff that he's good at. I have no faith in this game moving forwards if the creative direction of balance is Joel Hwenink. Like I said, I'm really not being disrespectful. The bloke just hasn't got enough game time to be able to assess things like that. He really hasn't. Well, this is interesting, Draken, because you're saying that the spears have actually got... Are you saying melee range with reach? Because that's not what I saw, dude. To me, it just looked like any other melee weapon. Maybe I could go back and watch that again. It seems to have about the same range on it as any other weapon, to be honest, Draken. I mean, I do like the ranged option, the fact you can throw it. What's that, Lawmanar? What? They copied your trailer. What's that, dude? What's this, mate? What, is this a trailer that you made? Like a POI trailer or something? Oh, God, this coffee is so good, honestly. It is so good. Just let me finish this. Right, I'm back. Back minus coffee. I'm really frustrated that I wasn't able to go back over the other side. We'll probably have a better day tomorrow, won't we? So, how do we increase max stamina? We increase max stamina by eating food, don't we? So, it's a shame I didn't stop and just get that little bit of corn, but I couldn't have made meat stew yet anyway, because that's locked behind something else, isn't it? Another tier of cooking, if I do believe, or if I remember correctly. So I can actually make 10 bacon eggs, which is not a bad start. That's not a bad start. Let me just wipe my eye. My eye is really hurt. One sec, guys. So I actually burnt my eyeball a couple of weeks back now, isn't it? And every now and again I just get this. It just starts watering. It's not particularly painful. I mean, it's uncomfortable. I mean, it's not like I'm not aware of it, but it's just starts watering, and I mean like really watering. It's really annoying. 2016 hurt. It's been 3 years. Man, does time fly? What was that, Drac? Oh, with the stats. Yes, it does, doesn't it? It's hard to imagine that we've been around on. Well, even that Twitch has been around this long. I mean, I started watching Twitch like literally the day it started, really, because I was a keen and very avid viewer of Justin TV, and I met some really cool people over there. Does anyone know? Yeah, quick question. This is really off mark here. Does anyone know of this lady called? I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce her name, but is it Xavier? Xavier? ZHAVIA. I don't know what the hell I was listening to last night, but it's I think it's a song called 17 or something like that. It's proper. I was proper boogie into that, mate. I don't know who the hell she is or anything, but I've never heard of her before. I don't know. Maybe she's a super rock star for all I know, but. And the other one, Little Dicky. I don't know where all these. Basically, we were out and about and we were waiting for something, and one of the guys had got their iPhone playing some tunes, and Little Dicky is it Freaky Friday? Oh man, that song kills me, mate. You've had this same account since Justin TV. Yeah, same here, mate. Yeah, this one was migrated over. Yeah, same dude. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Justin TV because back then it was obviously a multi-streaming sort of platform in terms of content. It's a multi-content platform. It wasn't designed to be specifically for games. So there were a couple of music, a couple of geezers playing the guitar. There was a lady that was very talented. She was actually learning the guitar, but she was a natural, man. So that was really nice watching that. And every now and again, you'd obviously get games on there, and I used to find it a wonderful way here in the UK, because our games typically release on a Friday in the UK, and American games, I do believe, were always on a Tuesday. So if there was a game I was interested in, I could jump onto Justin TV, go and watch someone playing the game, and have an opportunity to actually talk to them. You know, back then the channels weren't necessarily. I mean, obviously there were big channels, but they weren't super channels like, you know, Co and Lyric and, you know, Summit and all the big super game streamers and multi streamers that we get these days. But yeah, it was a really nice way to get an honest opinion, or to just ask, you know, oh, do you mind just showing me the map? You know, can you show us like the map, and, you know, can you zoom in and out, and, you know, what's the scale on it, and that kind of thing. So Justin TV was like absolutely wonderful for me. Because sometimes there'd be a review embargo as well, wouldn't there? There'd be review embargoes in place, but, you know, people would get it in America on the Monday. So, like, you know, I was watching footage before the game was due to release later on the Friday, for God's sake. It's like, oh, like your trainer on the old server and not still. Oh, right, Lormanot, got you. I've never stayed in one of these, actually. Emotions. It's not emotions. No, definitely not. It's a burnt freaking eyeball, mate. You watch all of Top Gear on Justin TV? Really? Why? Is there? Oh, you mean you watched it all, as in they broadcast it? Oh, yeah, that was actually a big thing back then, wasn't it? People used to. I mean, for those of you that don't know, people used to have like these. I can't remember what they called it, because it wasn't called a streamer night in or a streamer night or whatever it was, where people would actually illegally stream a film, and like all chat would sit there and watch it together. To be honest, I never participated in any of that. It wasn't kind of quite my cup of tea. I didn't want to watch a film on a little computer monitor. But yeah, that was actually really commonplace, wasn't it? And strictly against the terms of service. Did I read that Amaranth got banned again? Temporarily for showing her lady bits. Is that true, or is that just some social media rumour? I didn't get a chance to investigate, and I never believe anything I see on Twitter unless someone's confirmed it that I trust. But I'm sure Amaranth apparently flashed her lady bits, you know, again. I can't believe we found no water. Should we just go to the snow biome on the way tomorrow? Yeah, let's do that. Because, I mean, it's really close to... Oh, hang on. What's that there? Oh, that's base camp. Oh, yeah. Wow. Look, we can set one of those little little camps here, look. For snow. Oh, yeah, that'll be handy. And then that means we've got... What's this is? And then we've got the pop and pills we can hit. Hey, this isn't bad, actually. This is... Oh, what the hell was that? Someone outside trying to break into my house. What was that? What's that? 10 years ago? What? With Justin TV? Really? Is it that long? The lady bits. Did she really? Again? God, she's always flashing bits, mate. That's terrible, that, isn't it? It's not this week then. Oh, maybe that's why it's doing the. Maybe she's come back from a ban or something. It's getting crazy, Twitch, isn't it? I mean, where does it all end? I mean, this Article 13 and everything will all be kicking in at some point as well, won't it? It'll be interesting to see what happens with all of that. But yes, it's... You used to watch House MD on it as well, Justin. Sorry, Lawman. So you basically use Justin TV to sort of watch all your TV shows, yeah? I still haven't seen all of Top Gear. There are definitely episodes I still haven't seen, and I used to really enjoy that. What's the new one called? Can't think of the name of it. What's the one that they've got on Amazon? What do they call it? What are we gonna want tomorrow? Feathers, animal fat, leather, aloe, potatoes, raw meat, and cloth. They're all pretty important, right? I could argue converting that will save space, and if we need seeds, we can get it anyway. The yucca fruit, I think I'll just use. I think with the last sort of like 4 to 6 slots, I think we'll just take. We've got water resolved. We've got sort of food resolved. Apparently that's quite a big thing in the anime scene still, Lawmanarch. I do believe there's like sites specifically set up to go and watch anime, right? Along with other people. The Grand Tour, that was it, but yeah, the Grand Tour. I've seen a few episodes, but I haven't had a chance to like really get into it. But yeah. I think what it is with Top Gear is that there's just a really good chemistry between them, isn't it? Even if you really despise one of them, I think it's hard to look away at times. There is just something about that little trio of old knobheads. You've sort of got Clarkson who's just like completely opinionated on everything, and I kind of really like that. You know, finally someone that just doesn't sit on the fence. You don't have to agree with him, but at least he's got an opinion. You've got sort of Hammond who just doesn't want to give up his youth. You know, he's the eternal little giggly school kid, isn't he? That doesn't want to grow up. And then you got sort of James May, he was born old. He was just he's just an old dude, right? And I kind of like it. I actually do really like it. I'm not sure what I could really do with taking the clay soil. But we can always come back for a few odds and sods, can't we? Because we'll need the nails for the forge, won't we, at some point as well. Dragon, thank you for continuing the gifted sub originally granted via Bender. Thank you very much, dude. I don't know why we don't get pop-ups for that. I don't know if that's something that Streamlabs supports, but thank you very much, bro. The new Top Gear, I watched it like for one episode. It was Chris Evans, Matt LeBlanc, and Chris Evans left like literally episodes in, didn't he? I've always quite liked Matt LeBlanc. He's all right. I mean, you know, I liked him in Friends. I like the character Joey probably more than I like Matt LeBlanc. I can't think of that many films I've seen him in. He did Danger Will Robinson. What was that? Lost in Space, didn't he? He did the Lost in Space film. I can't think what else I've actually ever seen him in, to be honest. I really want to get going. I really want to go. Let me out, let me out, let me out. I want to go dig a hole. Good morning, Lady Elvira. How are you doing? How are you? You're right, Yeti. You got any stream plans this week, Yeti, or still getting your headspace all sorted, mate? You know what I think I'll do? Because we actually do need animal fat for the meat stew, don't we? But I'm going to make some torches ready for the farm. And then I can take that clay soil, can't I? Flashlight would be quite handy. Should we just let's plot a little course. So we'll come along here. We'll go drop everything off up there to start. Then we'll just quickly race back down and get a little water production facility up and running. We're going to need another cooking pot, obviously. I might then hit the pop and peel, depending on what the time is, because I really want to get this shaft done as deep as we can. So, because the more we can mine of an evening, I mean, obviously the more food we're going to need. But the faster we can start the build, and it's already day 3. I can't see us getting a. I just can't see us getting a smelting wall up in time. He had his own TV show called Joey. Did he really? What was that? Well, as in what? Where he? What? As in playing Joey from Friends as a spin-off of the character? I didn't even know that, dude. It's going to be a very deep shaft chaos. It's going to be a beautifully smooth 3x3 shaft all the way down to bedrock, dude. And then I'm going to create a little empire, a little hobbit empire down there. And then hopefully no one will AFK accidentally on Horde Night, and we'll end up with them. I've never actually seen zombies burrow apart from that one time, and that was on the last playthrough, Alpha 17 Vanilla, a couple of weeks back. Was it like the first week that we were playing, and I was mining of an evening, and we actually saw our first batch of zombies like collapse in through the shaft ceiling. I didn't think we'd ever see digging zombies. I really didn't. We always sort of mention the Swiss cheese challenge of zombies just digging through the earth left and right, but they've obviously incorporated some sort of fail safe, haven't they? So at some point they just essentially despawn. You right, Woodcut? How you doing, geezer? How's life treating you, Woodcut? I'll tell you what, let me go and grab a coffee. Let me go and grab a coffee, and then we can really sort of forge ahead. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Well, 2 minutes. Right. Back, I think. Oh, bang on the money as well. Holy wow. That was awesome. Did we have everything ready? We did, didn't we? Oh, hang on. God, bloody see, mate. Ooh. How you doing then, Woodcut? How's life treating you? What's that, Mojo? You've been granted a half day, so you're on from about 12:15. Shouldn't you get some sleep, dude? I think, are they doing a Diamond? Sorry, I always think of Diamond. A Dead Mines run later or something, Mojo. I think everyone's a bit over-leveled for that. I don't mean to be horrible, but I think I'm sure I remember reading something at some point, or I don't know if it was in guild chat, about Zar was looking forward to doing Dead Mines, but without being horrible, I think if Zar wants to get a flavour for what... Because I actually said, like, Zar has yet, unfortunately, to have a taste of what World of Warcraft is truly about. And I mean that in the most respectful way. You know, he's not an MMO player. He's never played that kind of game before. And, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm hot? I've got no shoes? Oh my god, this dude's feet must be wrecked. And I think one of the big defining moments for me was when I first entered into... my first dungeon, if you like, and for me, it wouldn't have been Stockades. It would have been, you know, the first reasonable challenge of group play would have been the Dead Mines. And I think, unfortunately, if he's going in at a level where you're just going to like literally walk through it, he's not going to get that experience. It's not going to sell the game on him. The whole point in Dead Mines when I first played it, I mean, obviously no one knew what was going on back then. You know, unless you'd got someone that had already run it, it was all kind of like, let's just do our best. And, you know, part of the fun was wiping and figuring out what went wrong.
Hello?
It's, I mean, if you've got like a couple of 2, 3, because there's a lot of hunters around that level. I mean, if you're a hunter and you're all like 23, level 24, level 25 doing the Dead Mines, I don't mean to be horrible, mate, but you ain't going to have a lot of fun in there. It's just going to be pew, ball and McGrew. Just everything's just going to drop the second a pet even looks at them. Probably not the best way to play it. I think you might have over-leveled yourselves to that one. Zar's level 26. There's just no point in doing Dead Mines. He's at the point where he should be looking at Gnome Regan now, dude. It's just gonna probably freaking solo it. Don't try that. Yeah, it's a shame. It is a real shame. I sort of blame myself for not spotting the level progress with Zar, because I think Zar would actually really like World of Warcraft. I think it's the kind of thing that he would really actually seriously really get into. But there's a lot more to the game than you know people give MMOs credit for. I'd suggest that he just goes in there, closes his eyes, blitzes through it, and just goes and hits Noma. Sorry, what was that? You're right, Dustin Bones. How you doing, mate? How's life, Dustin Bones? I like your name, Dustin Bones. That's cool. It's rather apt for this game as well, isn't it? I've not played with you, Shades, for a while. You've never played with me, Mojo. That's what all the lady says. It happens so fast, Shades, you see. When Mojo comes to play, Mojo is merely a twinkle in the eye. It's all over before you know it. You're level 25, but you need it for the Pala quest. Yeah. See, but that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'd love to go back to Dead Mines at a higher level. You know, I know Dead Mines pretty well. It's just a shame that Zar will be going in at such a high level. And especially if everybody else is a high level, because it's just going to be mob killing. There's nothing you're not going to need a strategy. You're not going to need to worry about anything. You're going to have, you know, it's just going to be a freaking walk in, walk out job, innit? Would have been nice to have experienced that with him. You know, to talk about basic sort of instance tactics. You know what the different tags on mobs means, you know, the skull, the blue square, the cross, etc., the star. It would have been a really nice way for him to experience the beginnings of World of Warcraft group play. I just have a horrible feeling he's going to go into Dead Mines and come out and go, what, was that it? And it's like, oh shit, you know, you're so over leveled for it. So if we just very quickly, oh no, you know what I didn't do? I didn't bring the cooking pot. I didn't bring the cooking pot. Oh, no. No, 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 no. You silly Billy. Should we go and hit the... Oh, I'm going to have to go and get it, guys. I'm going to have to go and get it. Although, I suppose what we could do... Oh, I can't believe that. There's no chance of getting a cooking pot in one of these, is there? Or extremely unlikely. Kind of weird. These things are everywhere, aren't they? Woo! He's so quick. You did it. You don't even feel it. It's like a light breeze, a gentle touch of the cheek. As if a ghostly ethereal. It's a supernatural experience, Chaos. It's like an ethereal being brushed past your soul. That's how good a lover mojo is, that, you see? Otherworldly. That's how he's quite often been described, you see? It was an otherworldly experience, they say. You can go with the mage, still got 2 quests anyways. What level's your mage, crit out? Oh, balls. I must admit, I'm not looking forward to Gnome Regan. And to be honest, I'm going to end up... I mean, I'm already over-leveled for that anyway. But Gnome Regan is just... To be honest, I'd rather be over-leveled in there. It's too easy for people just to get bored. So I think by being a higher level, the beauty of... Oh, no, come on. That's just bad hitbox work. Come on. I did not deserve that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's not fair, dude. That's not fair. If you're going to play cricket, mate, all right? Play cricket, fella. That's just not right. But yeah, to be honest, with Gnome Regan, I think the only way you can get a full team to actually stick with it is just to almost OP it and just use it as a quest grind and XP mob grind, really. Because let's be honest, oh my gosh! I actually just saw that. I just recognised it as it took off then. I think we're going to be alright because that other one's... Oh no! 2 shots. You dead? Let's make sure. That's close. That was close. That was close.
Your part is required. You've been a most magnanimous host. And you've waited too long for this moment.
Thank you very, very much, my friend. Level 22. Oh my god, you were just going to steamroll it. What level did you go in? Oh gosh. What level did you go in, Chaos? We were about the same level, weren't we? And we were already getting to the point where we were quite high, weren't we? Can't remember now. We were over 20, weren't we? Oh wow, check that out. Holy wow, that's awesome. I didn't even know that still worked. That's so cool. Can we do that with him as well? Maybe it's because I knocked her prone in it, perhaps. How you doing then, traveller? How's things? How's life? You know what? Bandages purposes, why not? Let's get some of this. Well, let me just check something. It's all gravy, baby. Sound like Mojo, mate. It's going to be awkward, aren't you? I'm not backing into the tent. Oh, what the hecky thump? Are you having a laugh, sir? Are you having a laugh? Not bad little loot spots, but there's no one getting a cooking pot out of it. Oh, I just stood in the fire. I don't have any water on me. Oh, I do. Gosh. I think I've made every mistake possible today. I feel like quite a fresh player. I think it's the delirium of extreme sleep deprivation right now. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it, alright? Nobody in the end? Oh, there is. So, into the left, spin around. Whack anything that moves. Be interesting to see what new POIs are and how that ties in, and if they have added anything to the questing system. There's a lot of unknown here, isn't there? Let me just very quickly make a... Oh, Shades is in! Oh, nice one, Shades! Is that text new? You're on the other side of the world. Oh, no, you're joking. Where are you, mate? Can I see? I won't be able to see you, will I? How do we do this? Shades. How do you add you as a friend? I don't even know how that works. Party. Is it partying and not friends now, is it? I'm not sure how it all works. Oh, that's concrete. I don't really want concrete. Is there not cobblestone on one of these? Ah, so it's the bags of concrete and the large, solid blue ones are cobblestone. We've got a machete, have I? Oh, bloody hell, yeah, well spotted, dude. Cheers, geezer. I'm not even looking at my loot. I very rarely look at loot until I'm outside of the POI. Thanks for that, dude. Nice one, Medivh. Was it Medivh or... UK Ian. Thank you, dude. Nice one. Well spotted, dude. Go to allies, was it? There we go. Grab a few of these just so we can get a head start. We're gonna have to make the run to go and get the cooking pot. If you focus on just getting food as you travel, Shades, because if you've got a long way to go, hopefully you'll come across a load of animals. We've got what we need to produce food, and hopefully what we need to produce water, if I can get that set up. In fact, let me break off. We've got plenty of bandages we can give you. Let me go and drop everything back at home, which is where... that away, I think. I'll do a quick run, pick up the cooking pot rather than trying to find another one. Then we can use the grill for the bacon and eggs at base camp. And if both of us are digging, we should be able to get down pretty quick. Yeah, I probably won't use the compound bow, Ian. Purely because I'm just so looking for... Oh, hang on. Where is my base? There it is. Yeah, purely because it's my favourite weapon, to be honest, UK Ian. I mean, it's a level 2. I didn't know it's a level 2. I had a 100-hour playthrough, Ian. I've just literally finished. Can I pass up on it, can I? I don't know. I don't know whether to or not. I was kind of saving it, mate. You know, for when I start Alpha 18, just to give me that kind of like, yay, you know. Finally, I get my beloved weapon back. Oh, dude, I don't know. If it was a level 1, I wouldn't even have thought twice. But right, so we want to head south, don't we? Back to the main road. How do I bring up chat? Because I think Shades just typed something. I've got no idea what it was. It disappeared before I got a chance to look. How do I actually bring up chat? Is it T or something? Oh, there we go. I get one on the way as well. Yeah, I mean, we need one. I mean, I like to sort of play that you can't carry snowballs in your pocket game. So I tend to have, if I have to rely on the snow for my water, I tend to just like my water purification installation, which consists my water refinery, which consists of a campfire and a cooking pot, mate. Use the bloody... I know, but now I won't be looking forward to it for Alpha 18. It's... I don't want to use... The thing is with the compound bow, I can play like this, though. And I love playing like this, mate. Holy shit, hang on a second. Why have we got... Have we got the bit... Why is the bit jar and the thingy back on the screen? What the hell? Oh, hang on. We got... Oh my god, we've got millions of drop frames, guys. Oh, how come no one mentioned it? Oh, I have got drop frames like you wouldn't believe. Has that just started happening? I'm going to have to disconnect the stream, guys. I'll basically turn it off and come straight back. But there's no way I'm streaming like that. We never drop frames. That's got to be an ingest server thing. I'm just going to drop out. And we'll be straight back, guys. So give me a couple of minutes.